Hello everybody. Last Monday was known as Blue Monday and it was supposed to have been the most depressing day of the year. I think that's something made up by one of the travel companies several years ago. The third Monday after Christmas, when everybody's credit card bills are coming in and the weather's gloomy. Something to make people book their holidays. At the moment it's a bit difficult to book a holiday, isn't it? I've called this practice Happy Hearts on a Blue Monday, and as the name suggests, we're going to do some heart opening postures, some shoulder opening postures, and really get some energy into the body, into the heart centre. I'd like you to lie down first. Now, what have you got with you? If you have a bolster, that will be handy. If you haven't, go and find yourself a big cushion, a pillow, a block or a brick or something. And I'll demonstrate what we're going to do if you've got a bolster. I've got a brick here, but you could use a book. I'm going to put it underneath my bolster to elevate it a bit. And then I lay down on it. And I've got this nice lift in my chest. So you check you're comfortable. I've got the bolster just near my low back. I've got my knees bent because I can't straighten my legs because there's not enough room. But if you've got enough room, that's fine. Quite nice to have the knees together and bend the knees, or open up to butterfly. Have time to think, to get comfy. If you don't have a bolster, doesn't matter. We can take a pillow right under the shoulders to give yourself a little lift. Put your head on another pillow or a block, or lay on a nice big cushion, or some folded blankets, just as long as you've got this elevation in the chest. But take time to choose what you want for yourself. Make sure you're warm enough and comfortable enough. And when you're comfortable and you're settled, try to resist the urge to move again. Shut your eyes. See if you can let go of your day. By taking your awareness to your breath. Feel the lift, the rise of the in-breath. And that softening, that letting go with your out-breath. And then take your awareness to your chest, the space of your heart. How does the breath move the heart centre? As you inhale, feel the breath expanding from the centre. You might put your hands there. And as you exhale, returning back to centre. The expansion, the lift with the in-breath. The relaxing back with the out-breath. Focusing on the breath in the space of the heart. Your in-breath, the pause, the out-breath, the pause at the end of the out-breath. Your breath's in 4 parts. Remember the pauses. Breathe in, you pause. You breathe out. And rest in that pause at the bottom of the breath. That's it. Keep allowing yourself to rest, to soften in that pause, that still point at the end of the out breath. That pause at the bottom of the breath is a very special place where you can really let go. Keep coming back to that pause. The in-breath, the pause, the out-breath, the pause, where you can soften, you can create space, space to allow you to breathe more easily, both physically and mentally. I breathe in, I breathe out, I let go. I breathe in, I breathe out, I let go of any pressures or restrictions I've placed upon myself. I let go of any pressures or restrictions I've placed upon myself. And do 3 more rounds of that relaxing breath. And as your breath returns to its natural rhythm, take time to check in. How do I feel? How's my heart feeling today? And as we move out of this posture, you might need to lift yourself, to slide your support away, roll it to one side. Maybe take a nice big body stretch. Oh, there's so much stuff around when you're at home, isn't there? A little wiggle. And curl your toes up, spread them out, stretch your fingers out. Take a big yawn. Gather your knees into your chest and do some circles. Massage your back. So I want you to go gently today. We need to work gently and carefully into back bending. It's something our spine's not used to doing. Let's go the other way. Maybe as you make the circles bigger, you feel a resonance of this movement all the way up the spine. We're going to come up to seated now. So you could either do a little roll up, like that. You could cross the ankles and hold the big toes and rock yourself up. To give the spine a massage, but keep the chin tucked in. Well done. Come all the way up to seated. We're going to come onto our hands and knees. And some cat-cows to warm the spine up. So the in-breath, the out-breath. Go slowly. Remember the pauses between the breath. You might even shut your eyes so you can feel into this. So lovely to move the spine both ways, extending it as you look up and flexing it as you come into what I call scaredy cats. A lovely flow from the base of the spine to the crown of the head. Well done. Come back and take a moment to rest round the back. Allow yourself to soften. Breathe in between the shoulders. Breathe out, relax your low back. Breathe in between the shoulders. Breathe out, relax the low back. Great, so let's come to hands and knees again. I'm going to take my jumper off now because it's getting warmer. Couple of tigers here. Draw your right knee up and look up. So extending the spine a bit deeper, draw the chest through. Exhale, forehead to knee and squeeze the tummy in. Let's do two more. Are your hips level? And one more. This time round the back, just like you want to give your knee a kiss. Don't worry if you can't. Step your foot through. Coming into a crescent lunge, sometimes called aquarium posture. Tuck your toes under and come back a wee bit deeper. Put your hands on your thigh. Draw your tummy in. Big stretch here. Take the hands round to your low back and push down a little bit. As you lengthen your lumbar spine, your tummy's beautifully firm, your ribs are down, and we're opening up into our backbone. Oh dear, I've got another doggy at the door now. I can hear him. Perhaps he'll go away. Just imagine there's a hand behind your shoulders. You can let go a bit further. Let's be very careful of our low back and these back bends. Nice length in the lumbar, lifting your pubic bone up, drawing the ribs down, and then open up to your crescent moon shape. Maybe if the shoulders aren't sliding down the back, turn your pinky fingers towards the front a bit. Another couple of breaths here. See if you can sink a wee bit deeper. Take your hands to your prayer position, to the crown, the brow, the throat, the heart. And we'll move here. Inhale, big breath of joy. Have a nice, happy smile. Exhale, give yourself a hug. Round the back. Right arm is on top. Inhale, breath of joy. Exhale, the left arm's on top. One more. There's a smile between your shoulders. Right arm's on top. Self-hug. Take the hug up. Either hold it there or eagle your arms. Lift the elbows away. So sometimes this is a bit wobbly. You could walk your front foot out, or your back foot, your left foot. You could just turn it towards the right side of the mat. And you can lift up, you can look up if you like. Take a few deep breaths into the space of the heart. Feel that stretch. Breathe well. We might do some circles or a little rock and roll here. We hold such a lot between our shoulders, don't we? Take your elbows forward, your forearms forward, and then a big inhale up. Reach up. Prayer hands, the crown, the brow, the throat, the heart. Breath of joy. Reverse the palms. Interlink the fingers. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, just like there's a pencil between them. Reach the arms up if you can. You could look up, but you don't have to. Be very careful to keep the neck long in this one. And lift the eyes, not the chin. Breathe well. Breathing in energy and feeling that energy spreading all the way through you. Breathing in energy and spreading that energy all the way through you to recharge you, revitalise you, and set you up the rest of the day. Inhaling up, reach forward, hands each side of the front foot, tuck the left toes under, big stretch of that left leg as you step back to down dog. So this is our first down dog. Do you want to walk on the spot maybe? You breathe in, you bend one knee, you breathe out, you hold. Breathe in, bend the other knee, breathe out, hold. Maybe some rises here or a wiggle. Whatever feels right for you. Your neck's beautifully long, as much knee bend as you need. Check you're pushing down with your hands, especially the thumb and index finger, and not coming onto the outer edge of the hand. Lifting up under the armpits. As you press your hands down, this is such a beautiful stretch for your spine. Feel the space you're making. Down dog, it's such a good old posture, isn't it? Come onto your hands and knees. Take a big stretch back and a wiggle. Relax your face. Little rock from side to side. And then come up. Come onto hands and knees. And so you can either come down just through a little raised press up, a little baby press up, or some of you do knees chest, chin, keep the elbows in and come down to your tummy. That's it. Lovely. It's a job at home. There's always so much stuff, isn't there? I'm going to do 5 dynamic cobras, or you can just hold the Sphinx or come up and down in Sphinx if that's better for you, okay? Otherwise, hands away in front, you choose. Is more gentle the further away you take them. Keep the elbows in, push down with the thighs. Keep it gentle to start with elbows bent. Inhale, exhale down. So we're opening up the chest draws through towards the fingers, and you're lengthening through the lumbar. So inhaling, I'd say this one, look ahead. Don't look up. Great. Keep the tummy firm. Very gently. Don't lift your feet off the floor. If they go to lift off, tuck the toes under. Push down with the front of the feet. Push down with the thighs and down. Forgotten how many we've done now. We'll come up this time and we'll hold for 5 breaths. Stay low if that's better for you. Breathe in, push the chest through between the shoulders. Breathe out, lengthen your spine, relax your low back. Shoulders slide down the back. That's 3 breaths already. And 1 more. Breathing in, breathing out. Lay on your tummy and relax. Let go. Take a few breaths there. Relax with the breath. I'm going to read you a quote from the Upanishads. This is from Chandogya Upanishad. There is a light that shines beyond all things on earth, beyond us all, beyond the heavens, beyond the very highest heavens. This is the light that shines in our hearts. And then very, very, very gently come back. Take a big stretch back. Have a wiggle. Come onto hands and knees. Stretch it out again. And this time you might inhale, rise up and down. Exhale, come down. So really stretching out the calves here. Couple more. As you come down, push down through the balls of the foot. Push down through your palms. And 1 more. And as you push your palms down, lift your tail higher. Well done. Come onto your hands and knees, and we're ready to do the other side. Lift your left leg up. If this is compressing your low back too much, straighten out the leg a bit. Lift a bit higher. Exhale, round the back, forehead to knee, and squeeze the belly in. We'll do another 2 of these. Keep the hips level. Tummy nice and firm. Well done, step through. So take your hands to your thighs, check you're not wobbly, maybe walk your foot out a little bit here. Lift your heart, roll the shoulders back. Breathing in, and then take your hands to support your spine, lengthen your tail. Don't let those ribs splay out. Maybe you can sink a little bit deeper through the hips as well. Push down with your thumbs. See if you can make a little bit more space in the lumbar. And now we've created that lovely curve through our spine. Feel the curve of the spine behind the heart centre. We've evened out our back bend. And you can rise up for 3 breaths in your crescent moon posture. Slide the shoulders down the back. Breathe well. Breathing in energy and feeling that energy spreading all the way through you to revitalise you, recharge you and nourish you through your day. Just check your knees over your ankle. That's it. And you can see your big toe but not your little toe. Prayer hands, crown, brow, throat, heart. Inhale, breath of joy again. Give yourself a hug. It's a left on top this time. Curl in. Inhale, breath of joy. Right on top. And one more. Big energizing breath. Give yourself a big hug here. Come up, keep your hug. Otherwise, Garuda, eagle arms. So I might want to step my foot out a little bit or even turn the toes out, as long as that knee's not pronating inwards. If you're wobbly, just turn your right toes towards the left. We could circle, we could have a rock and roll here from side to side. Just feel that you can get into any of those icky bits. To the nitty gritty. And how's your neck? Well done. Breathing in. Few deep, slow breaths. Feeling that space you're making between your shoulders. Keep your tummy firm. That will help your balance. Maybe take the elbows away a bit more. You can look up if you like. Well done. Inhale, reach up. Prayer hands all the way to the heart. Breathing in. Turn the palms back and see if you can do the opposite interlink. That's it. Reach down. Roll the shoulders down and back and reach away. Keep the ribs down. Look up if you want to. I find it quite difficult here. Breathe well. 1. 2 more breaths. Breathing in energy. Using that energy to nourish you and recharge you. And 1 more. Breathing in slowly. Breathing out slowly. Reach up. Little back bend. Come forward. Take your hands down. Tuck your back toes under. Step to the front of the mat. And then very slowly restack the spine. Come up to standing. Soften the shoulders. So you're going to stand with the long side of, facing the long side of your mat in the centre here. Move everything away. Have a drink if you want to. I'm just going to have a drink. Great. So we need to take our feet out to about there. So you can turn the toes out, and when you bend the knees, they're over the ankles. Keep the legs straight for now with the knees soft. Take your hands to your tummy around the navel. This is your solar plexus, your inner sun, your own powerhouse. Shut your eyes. Visualize a beautiful, bright, shining sun behind your navel. Feel warmth here. Imagine warmth here. Visualize light. And as you breathe in, see that sun expand and brighten behind your navel. And breathing out, sending all that energy all the way through you to recharge you and revitalise you. Breathing in, the sun brightens and expands. Breathing out, energy flooding through you. It's like your own internal battery charger. And we'll move now. We'll breathe in, we'll draw that energy up. Breathe out, let it wash all the way through you as you sit down. Watch those knees. Inhale and exhale. Just one more like this. Sit a bit deeper. Reach up. This time take the hands to a prayer. Come all the way down. Crown, brow, throat, heart. Rest in Goddess a moment. So just check the knees and the thighs aren't turning inwards. Nice straight spine. Inhale, big breath of joy again. Wrap your left arm round. So look at your left foot. Turn the toes towards the front, heel out. Turn the right foot forward. And we're in a half bound warrior 2 with a palm up. Beautifully strong. Few breaths here, soften the shoulders. So you've got good foot alignment. You're sinking down through strong legs, but you're relaxed with it. Sometimes things are challenging, but when you follow the breath and relax into them, they're still challenging, but they're a bit easier. We're going to reverse our warrior. I think crunching your low back, you might even want to do that. And you can take as much back bend as you like here. Creating some space through the front of the body. Straighten the front leg and create even more space maybe. Keep the leg through the back as well, through the lower back, and reach towards the side wall. And some of you will know where we're coming. Just draw the left hip, left shoulder back and take your hand maybe to your knee, your shin. You can even hook the big toe, but you want to keep this lateral, you don't want to come forward. Either stay bound or lengthen through that upper arm. So don't sort of let the neck droop. You don't have to look up though, only if you want to. So as you breathe in, feel the spine lengthening. As you breathe out, maybe a little bit more twist. And I'm making triangles here. I've got a triangle between my front leg and my arm, my right arm. Triangle between my legs. And I'm in the full posture, so my spine's making a triangle there. You may not be, you might be like that, and that's great. It's about making this shape. It's not about that, okay? Stay open. Maybe if you get some time, practice against a wall. You'd be lovely and flat then. You should be able to be against a wall. Big circles with that top arm, opening up the shoulder. Keep the knee soft if you need to. Well done, that's looking good. And then next step is going to take us all the way up to our 2 again. Let's open the shoulders, down, palms up and down. Well done. Palms come up and stay there, hands meet in a prayer. We turn to the front. Take the Goddess again. Sink down a little bit more. Imagine there's a weight on your tail, pulling you down. Inhale, breath of joy. Wrap the back arm round. Turn your right toes in, left toes out. Bound Virabhadrasana 2. Gaze over your palms up. Sink a bit lower through strong legs. Breathe well. You're strong, but you're soft and relaxed. Then we can reverse. So this might be enough, or take as much back bend as you like. I like to look down. I feel I've got more balance. Breathe well. Ujjayi breath if you know it, that subtle throaty breath. And always take time to check, how's my breath? How am I feeling? And back off if it's too strong. Straighten the front leg. Keep the space through the underside of the body. Feel a lovely stretch from the right hip to the left fingers. The knees perfect, or wherever you want to come. Draw the shoulder back, the hip back. Stay like that. So I want to stack my shoulders on top of each other. Check your palm faces forward. And if you need to bend that knee a bit, that's fine because it can be quite strong on the back. And then you're going to spin your ribs towards the right. This is my favourite posture. It's so energizing for this time of the year. Couple more breaths. Let's do some big circles. So combing there with your fingers. 1, 2. Well done. Up you come. Just imagine you want to stretch away. You want to push the walls away. Palms come up and down. Relaxing the shoulders. Hold up to your heart. Come to the front. Let's take a few breaths in Goddess. So watch those inner thighs, inner knees. A straight spine. So we sink a little bit deeper. This is very strengthening for our legs. We're preparing for the dance pose today. Big inhale, breath of joy again. Take your hands to your hip creases, straighten your legs. Turn your feet so the outer edges of the feet are parallel with the edges of the mat. A nice flat back here. Keep the chest lifted. And then do what's right for you. Some of you would just want to fold the arms and hang. Keep the knees soft. Keep the neck long. Relax. Just feel that your spine is hanging from your pelvis. No effort. Beautifully free. Letting go. Allowing yourself to soften after all those strong postures. I'm just going to turn here. Take your hands down. Look at your right foot. Turn it towards the front. Turn your left foot in. So you're in a low lunge. And that's only to help us come down to the earth. Come back to kneeling. Come back a little bit so you can come forward. Well done. You might come down knees, chest, chin. You might just bend the elbows. So I'll do knees, chest, chin, come to your back. So have a look at this one, okay? I'm making a pillow of my hands and my right hand is on top, my right hand's on top. My head on my right hand, okay? And we're going to lift. This is very strengthening for your back. So head is on the right hand. Lift the right hand up, supporting the head. Lift the left leg and exhale down. We'll do 5 of these. If it's too much, don't raise the leg. Keep the hips squared off. 2. Really lengthening that leg out of the pelvis. This is 3. Go slowly with control. Can you lift a bit higher? 4. And 5. Well done. Have a little wiggle from side to side and soft hands. So lifting up the left hand, supporting the head. 1. 2. Keep lengthening the leg away. Keep it strong. 3. 4. Beautiful. And 5. Just make a pillow of your hands and take your knees from side to side and relax. So somebody showed me a nice little book and you might have heard of it. It's called The Boy, the Mole, the Fox and the Horse. It's by Charles Maxey, I think you say. And I like some of these sayings. Particularly like this one. One of our freedoms is how we react to things, said the mole. One of our main freedoms is how we react to things, said the mole. So very gently, come onto your knees, take a nice big stretch back. I'm going to come up and take a gentle Ustrasana pose, camel. It's quite nice to have a brick or a big book or something, or even a cushion, and pop it between your thighs, okay? Tuck your toes under, support your spine like you did before, so really lengthen the low back. Squeeze that block between your thighs, that brick between your thighs. That's going to engage your thigh muscles, your inner thigh muscles, the adductor muscles, the quadriceps. Firm your tummy up and push your thighs forward. Check you've got length in the lumbar, ribs are drawing down, chest is lifted and shoulders are drawing back and down. And that might be enough back bend for you. You could look up if you like. Let's take a few breaths here. Feel the space you're making. Maybe relax your eyes. We're so unused to these back bends, aren't we? We huddle up against the cold in the winter months, really round shouldered. Take time to check how your heart's feeling, how you're feeling. So you might want to rest after that. You might want to come and do a counter pose actually. A nice big scaredy cat or some cat cows if that's enough. Or if you've got a stronger practice, you can try a little bit deeper one. You might even want something just there. Maybe with care, push the thighs forward, lengthen the tail. Check your back bends distributed evenly. Maybe you can hold your heels. Maybe you can look up. If you can't hold your heels, you might a little cushion or thing. I really want you to feel that your thighs are pushing forward, not like this. Breathe well for 5 if you're doing this one. 1, 2, relax. Draw the shoulder blades together. 3. Feel that nice curve between the shoulders. Curve of the spine behind your heart. And breathing in slowly. Breathing out slowly. Well done. Let's just take a counter pose after that. Like I say, this nice scaredy cat's a really good counter pose because you're flexing the spine. Taking it the opposite way. Tuck the chin in, round the back. Lengthen your low back. Feel the space between the shoulders. Well done. We're going to come up and tuck the toes under, spread them out. And this is your last down dog, so make it a lovely restorative one. Lift the knees, press down with your hands, lengthen your neck. And you might keep the knees soft, you might keep the elbows soft. Relax for 5 breaths. Just let the breath feed your practice, let it wash through you. Push down with your hands, so you can lift a little bit higher and feel the space you've made through the sides of the body, through your spine today. 2 more breaths. Breathing in slowly. Breathing out slowly. Breathing in soft and deep. Breathing out softly. Walk on the spot. Take a walk. You're going to walk your feet back between your hands, nice and slowly. Slowly does it to a forward bend. Look up, look down. Big inhale all the way up. Hands come to your heart. So come into our peak posture. We've been preparing for our dancer pose. We've been strengthening our legs, opening up our chest and shoulders. I'd like you to do it against the wall today if you've got a wall. Doesn't matter which leg you start on. Stand quite away from the wall and reach your arm up and take it up. Check your hips are squared off. Check your hips are squared off. That's it. Point your toes back. And then we can take a little quad stretch here. That might be quite enough. Take your heel towards your bottom. If you want to come a little bit deeper, push the foot into the hand and start to open up your back bend. Natter adjustment of the dancer. I'd quite like to look up because it's a back bend, isn't it? Really check the hips are squared off and the shoulders as much as possible. And as you push the foot into the hand, we're working our thigh parallel to the floor, the shin vertical. Lift your heart, keep your tummy firm. 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3. Maybe keep the standing knees soft. 4, and breathing in, breathing out, come down. Take a little breath. So this time I'll do it on the floor so you can see me maybe a bit better. It's hard to watch while you're balancing, isn't it? Firm your tummy up and reach out to your wall. So that's my imaginary wall. Take your other foot back. Have a little quad stretch here and draw the knee back. So that might be as far as you want to go. Bend that standing leg. Lift your chest. Push your foot into your hand and maybe come forward a little bit. We'll breathe while we'll focus on the breath. How's your breath? How are you feeling? Maybe a bit of softness in that standing knee. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and breathing in slowly, breathing out slowly. Very well done. So if you want to, and you don't have to, you can rest now and take a forward bend or rest in child. If you want to try it not against the wall, have a go now. We'll do it together. So firm up your tummy. Let's all take our right leg back. Square the hips up. Keep that left knee soft. I really want you to reach up through the left side so you've made that space. Lift your chest. You can take the mudra. You can't see my hand in the screen. Index finger and thumb together if you like. And we'll take a quad stretch. That might be quite enough. Heel to bum. With the knees soft, you can open up into more of a back bend here. Breathe well. So really, I call this standing bow. I don't think I'd call it dancer. If I was in the full dance, I'd take both my hands behind my head and hold my foot. Maybe one day, maybe in another life. 5 breaths. 1, 2, tummy firm. 3, 4, and breathing in and out. Well done. Should we do the other? It's strengthening on the legs, so you can feel it on your legs. You have beautifully strong legs after this. Hips squared up. Take your other leg back and reach this big leg through the right side. Bend your knee, heel to bottom. And then if you want to progress, keep that standing leg soft, push the foot into the hand. And they do say look up, but I find that too difficult. I should be falling over, so I'm just looking ahead. Feel the curve of the spine behind the heart, legs strong. Working that thigh parallel to the floor, shin vertical, sole of the foot faces the ceiling. Let's say 3 breaths already. And breathing in slowly. Breathing out slowly, breathing in soft and deep, breathing out softly. Good, so we can feel that. Let's counter pose with a lovely ragdoll forward bend. Take your hands on your hips, lengthen your spine, bend your knees and hang that. Just sway from side to side. Keep the knees soft, maybe rest the ribs on the shelf of the thighs. You worked hard today. Breathe in between the shoulders. Breathe out, relax your low back. Breathe in between the shoulders. Breathe out, relax your low back. Allow yourself to soften. Well done. Let's come to the mat. We're going to take another forward bend before we finish. Come to seated. It's really good to sort of, after heart opening, shoulder opening posture, we need to close down with these forward bends. To sit nice and tall. Ease away any wobbly bits. See, can you find no sitting bones? Take your hands to your heart. And do a big inhaling up. Draw the energy up. Let it wash all the way through me back to the heart. Hands on the heart for breath of joy. Take your hands back to your heart. Interlink your fingers, reach the sky, push up, big stretch after all that strong stuff. Reach forward, round back. Hands to the heart. Breath of joy. And this time I'm going to come into a forward bend. You choose. If you've got a stronger practice, you might come down, hold the earth. You might have a strap, you might hook the toes or even bind. Otherwise, I think it's quite nice to come down, give yourself a big hug and fold in and relax and rest. Allow yourself to soften. Breathe in, lengthen the spine. And breathe out, relax the low back. Just taking time here to absorb all the good work we've done today. Soften the eyes, soften your jaw, letting go, slowing down the breath, slowing down your thoughts. Letting go of our physical practice. I breathe in, I breathe out. I let go of any pressures or restrictions I've placed upon myself. I breathe in, I breathe out. I let go of any pressures or restrictions I've placed upon myself. Come up nice and slowly. Bend your knees. You're going to come, just check you've got warm stuff with you. Put on something warm, and you might want your bolster or your cushions or anything. And take your time when you've got all your stuff and you put on something warm. Take your time. You come down nice and slowly. I'm going to come down like this because it's quite good for my tongue, but you need to watch your back. Don't lift your feet off. And then get cozy. So maybe turn your light off. Sometimes it's nice to light a nice candle. This, you know, is the most important posture. Go into this week with the attitude that your peace, your health of mind, and your heart mean more than getting anything else done. That your smile matters. That feeling rested matters. That holding the hand of your loved ones matter. So pause lots. Function at a pace that doesn't pull you apart. Honour things that make you feel good inside, the things that make you feel alive. Give time to those things this week. Make time the gift it is by giving it to what really matters to you. Very slowly, bringing your awareness back, being aware of any colours behind your eyes. Checking in how you're feeling. Feel your body supported on the earth. Places where your body touches the earth. The spaces. The felt sense of you. Your breath. And any stretches you want to do, any yawns. Maybe a nice full body stretch. Or a little knee hug. And in your own time, roll onto your side. It doesn't really matter which one. Put your hand down. Help yourself up to seated. Do a big inhale. For our hands to the crown, the brow, throat, the heart. Namaste. And thank you for practicing with me, with Evie and me. If you like the videos, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Jules Yoga, and put like. And there's more videos on www.exeteryoga.org. Thank you.